Hi guys, how are you? Kindly remember to subscribe, leave a comment and also like us. We are going to talk about something that is affecting most of us. It is affecting our children, our teenagers and even parents, and it is called cyber addiction. So cyber addiction is addiction to technology, whereby you can have several types of addiction, where you can have online addiction, you can have online shopping addiction, also you can have social media addiction, which usually affects most of us. And usually as we go through, you'll be able to classify yourself whether you've been affected by this, and you'll be able to know whether it is becoming a problem to you. Now, cyber addiction is never a problem until it starts affecting your social life, it starts affecting your work, and it starts affecting the way you relate with other people. So one of the signs and symptoms of having cyber addiction, number one is realizing that you have inability to abstain from social media. Like you just want to be on social media every now and then. You cannot take some few minutes before you log into your Facebook account, before you log into your Instagram, before you log into Twitter. Then that is when you realize that for sure I'm having cyber addiction. The other thing is that you get compulsiveness, like you have a compulsive disorder towards Facebook, towards all those things. That is when you realize that you're preoccupied with using it, and you realize that every time, maybe even when your phone is charging, you still remember, oh, there is something that I saw on Facebook about someone or about something that I need to review and see what is happening. So that the things that will make you know that I'm having cyber addiction. So when you look at your teens, every time maybe you give them some housework or you give them work to do, you realize that they have not finished their work and there is nothing they were doing at home. Maybe they were on TV, they were on their phones, they were on everywhere on social media, and that is why maybe they were not able to finish. So that will also tell you that my child is having this problem that we call cyber addiction. So it is an addiction like any other, like the way we say that this person is addicted to cigarettes. So this is an addiction like that. When you say that somebody is having an addiction to alcohol, even you, we might say that you're having an addiction to cyber or to technology. So that is what happens. Even when you see that your small child, maybe 2 years old, 3 years old, when you take away your phone from them, then they start crying all over. That is cyber addiction, and you have to also be able to train them not to be addicted so that their life might be quality. The other thing is that you lose interest in the things that you enjoyed. For example, if you are going to football during the weekends, you realize that maybe over the last month, you love football so much, but over the last month, you've not been able to go to play football. And that is one thing that will also make you know that, oh, I am being dragged into cyber addiction. You also lose interest in friends, like when you're meeting with your friends or your family members, like in a family gathering, you realize that you're on your phone, you're on calls, you are on Facebook, you're on Twitter. You didn't even notice that other people really wanted to interact with you. Other people, they just say that this person really got proud. He doesn't want to talk to us. He doesn't want to relate with us. Yet, it is a problem that you're facing that needs to be looked at, maybe by a therapist or somebody who can help you see and know how to get out of it. So those are the few things that will make you realize when you're having cyber addiction. Now, what effects does it have into your life? It has psychological effects, neurological effects, and social effects. As you can see, it is affecting your social life. It is also affecting you psychologically and also mentally. So it makes you have little sleep. You'll find yourself in your phone maybe at 2 a.m. When you wake up, you don't even think about anything else. You just pick your phone, you see it is 2, but still you log into your Facebook account, you log into all those, you go to social media. If you're addicted to pornography, you find yourself watching pornography at that time. So it destroys you. The other thing, it makes you eat slowly. When maybe you get a plate of food, kitambo, you realize I was eating well, I was eating quite fast. But now I eat slowly, I take time to finish my food because I'm always on my phone. So very important for us to realize that these things are happening. So the other things that might happen, you might have physical effects. Like when you keep being ruled in your phone, you might find that your back is aching or your neck because you keep looking at your phone when your head is quite at another angle, and you realize it is affecting you. The other thing is that you get depression, you get anxiety, you get compulsive disorders, you get obsessed with Facebook, obsessed with Instagram, is obsessed with Twitter. What do we call that? That is an obsessive compulsive disorder. So it is actually a neurological problem and a mental health problem that is actually classified by the DSM-5. So those are the things that it makes you note. It also gives you little time with your family, like when you look at the days when phones were not there, people would sit around maybe the fireplace or in their sitting room when they are taking supper, and they will talk. You will know what your dad likes, what your mom likes. But currently, it is like we are having crisis in the house because you don't know what happened to your child in school. They don't know what has been happening to you. You're not able even to explain to them that this is how life is lived, and therefore there are crises all over. You realize people are having so many problems, not because the children are bad, not because the parents are bad, but because maybe they don't have time to socialize, and some of the children, they feel lonely and they don't know where to turn to. And that is when you find your children turning to people who they should not have turned to. So those are the things that develop, and also we are able to develop anxiety, and you realize you're anxious over nothing. So how do we stop? Because we realize it is a big problem. How do we stop it? Number one is to make sure that you plan on time to get on social media. If you say it is 1 hour in the evening, then get to social media 1 hour in the evening. If it is online shopping, when would you like to shop? I would be shopping on Saturday, looking at maybe the clothes which are online, the clothes which are online, but it should not be something that becomes compulsive or obsessive. So those are the things that we are supposed to do. The other thing is to ensure that we are able to manage our children's phones, our children's social platforms, so that we can be able to make sure that they are going to the right social media platforms, they are doing the right things on social media. And also maybe even on our TVs, it is good maybe to set time. This is time to watch cartoon, this is time to watch the news. Just like the earlier days when your dad came home, you were able to know that at this time I cannot be able to watch cartoon, but this is the time to watch the news. So those are the things that we are supposed to do, so that at least we get out of this obsessiveness of social media. The other thing is also managing our accounts in a healthy way, so that even when maybe you get notifications, you can be able to see them at the time that you wanted to see them. So if you planned to look at your account at 4, then nothing should make you look at it maybe earlier. Even if maybe sometimes it is work, when maybe it is a work-related text that got into your phone, that is okay. But when maybe it is something that where you're interacting with other people, where you're just looking at what is happening, where you're looking at what Supreme Court said today and all that, what happened to a certain country, what happens to a certain celeb, then you have to set time for that, so that you don't get yourself falling into cyber addiction. I don't know whether you're there already, but when you realize that you're looking at your social platforms maybe 8 times in an hour, you've logged into your Facebook account 8 times, and that is just 1 hour. So you have to try your best to minimize that time. Maybe if you do it more often, if you're already in this addiction, if you do it in an hour you do it 10 times, then you can try today to do it 1 time. Then tomorrow you can try to do it once every 2 hours. That way you're going to improve yourself. The other thing is developing new habits and also getting other things that will keep you busy. For example, your hobbies, you can work on them because I know you hate them. You can still work on them so that you can be able to have things which are out of the social media platforms. Other people are addicted to gaming in social media, where they keep maybe doing, what do we call these things? Doing these games like you play the games on social media, all those games which come on your phone, the Candy Crush, all those. So it is time for you now to do something about it, to make sure that even if you're going to play Candy Crush, you play it once in a day. I don't know which ones are there at the moment, but you can try to do it less often than you do so that you don't get yourself into that fix. So thank you very much. I would like you to hit the subscribe button, like and comment so that we can be able to continue knowing what you want us to do for you and what you want us to do regarding your life.